Good morning, welcome. We start with a different chapter for the day, that is straight lines. So, initially, you have learned something in coordinate geometry class 10. So, straight lines, conics are actually the improvisation of or higher topics, you can say, for those coordinate geometry chapters. So, this time in class 11, we have straight lines, that is the first chapter of NCERT. But before that, you must know or you should not forget the formula which you have already learned in class 10. So I take for this that you know the basic formula, like say the distance formula or the section formula, different applications of distance formula such as midpoint formula, by which we can take midpoint of a straight line, and say the centroid formula, area of the triangle. So all those formula you must know before starting the straight line chapter. Now first we will discuss this point slope. So slope is the most important property of straight line. You know, slope of any inclined plane, slope of a ladder, anything like practical senses. Like if you place a ladder like this against a wall, it will create a slope. It depends upon the angle to the ground, that means the base angle in trigonometry, as we say. So as we put the ladder like this, it becomes more inclined. So actually it falls down like this. So this is a different theta. So if it is theta 1, this is theta 2. So that means you can see here that theta 2 is actually lesser than theta 1. Theta 1 has a higher value. That means this is more steep. This line AB, you can say, and this is PQ. So AB is more steep. Okay. So we say that this is at a higher slope. This is at a higher slope. That means the base angle increases, the slope will increase. So what is slope? So first we write slope. Slope is denoted as m. So m is the symbol, or say the parameter which we always take for slope, which is actually a measurement of tan angle. So tan theta. That means here the slope of AB will be tan theta 1. The slope of PQ will be tan theta 2. Okay. So it's also known as the gradient. So slope is measured as tan theta. So if we have two lines, say something like this, here it's x1 y1 and here it is x2 y2. So x1 y1 and x2 y2, you know, these are the coordinate of two endpoints of the line. So the slope will be written as y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This happens because if you assume somewhere an origin like this, and if you complete this triangle, you will find that this base is actually x2 minus x1 on the x-axis. It's a difference of the x2 value, or rather I should swap it, x1 minus x2. Okay, x1 minus x2, because x1 is larger, and this value will be y1 minus y2. So you can say, so definitely if this is a theta, which is a corresponding angle over here also theta, that means the slope becomes the tan theta, which is the slope, and again you can calculate this tan theta as perpendicular by base. So what is perpendicular? y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2, which you can write like y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 by taking minus common from numerator and denominator. So this expression you will not forget. In fact, we can write some more thing beside. We can write a dy dx also, which is there in calculus. Okay, that we will see in the later part, maybe in while we learn differentiation in class 11 or we go to class 12. So this is the concept of slope. So slope mainly m, this is theta and slope are not the same. This is very important to note, that if say if this angle, say this angle is say 30 degree, okay, so its slope will be not 30 degree, but its slope will be root 1 by root 3. Okay, so remember this, that theta and slope are not the same. Slope is, it's a function of theta. Okay, so this is what about slope. Slope is very important property of a straight line. If you keep a line like this, so it will make what, say 120 degree. So now you know from trigonometry, because you have learned the quadrant type, so the slope of this line, say m1, it will be something like tan of 120 degree. So you know that tan 120 degree, which is in the second quadrant, will be surely negative. So tan 120 degree, it will be something like, if you find out the value, it will be something like minus root 3. Okay, so slope can be negative also. So slope of these acute angles are positive, and slope of this like obtuse angle are actually negative. Slope here positive, here it will be negative. So slope is the very important property of straight line. After this, what we will do, we will jump into the 7 forms of equations. So there are many applications while we learn the forms like intermittently or in between them, but I think that 7 forms of equation first we learn one like serially, starting from the first one, and after that we come to different applications which are related to straight line. So let us start with the forms of straight line. So the first form we write, that is the slope intercept form. Slope intercept form, the first one. Always you know that for every form 2 things are given. So as you see here, slope is given, that means I denote slope as m, and intercept is also given, so I denote intercept as c. Okay, intercept as c. Now it is very important for us to know what is an intercept. So intercept is something, a part which is actually cut by a line from the y-axis. So more specifically, this is y-intercept. So there could be x-intercept as well. Say you can see this line AB, and if this is the origin and this is the axis, so this line is cutting this much of line segment from the y-axis and this much of line segment from the x-axis, right? But we are not interested over here intercept, we are interested over here for the y-intercept. Let's say this part is C. That means this point will be how much? 0, C, right? And say this line is having a slope of m. Say this line is having a slope of m for some theta that we don't know. Maybe theta is 45 degree, maybe theta is 30 degree, that we don't know. Some theta is there which is given. So tan theta we know m, and this intercept also we know. Intercept means, again I tell you, this is the part which is cut from the y-axis. It could be negative as well. So here the equation will be something like y equals to mx plus c. Okay, the equation will be something like y equals to mx plus c. Say example, I give you y equals to root 3 x plus plus 4. So in this situation, how it will look like? It will look like something like this. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, and say some kind of 60 degrees. So it will look like this, a 60 degree. So this line, this straight line will have this equation. Okay. So this straight line which I have drawn, and this point is what? 0, 4. Okay. So it has an intercept. It has an intercept of 4 units in the y-axis, and it's making an angle of 60 degree. Again, another example I can give you. Say y equals to, say, minus root 3, x minus 2. See, both here the slope is negative and intercept is negative. So how do we draw this thing? First of all, minus root 3. As I told you, minus root 3, that means tan theta. This thing, tan theta is minus root 3. So obviously theta will be what? You have to find it out. It will be a kind of 120 degree. Okay. It's in second quadrant. That means the angle will be obtuse. And it's a minus 2. You see this intercept is minus 2. So it will be below, down in the negative direction of y-axis. Okay. So this I specify as 0, minus 2. And since this is 120 degree, so the line will look like this. Look at it. This is 120 degree, which is cutting an intercept of minus 2 from the negative y-axis. So there could be many examples like this. So this is basically the slope intercept form. So we now go to the next form. Okay, number 2, we write a point slope form. See, I am jotting down the topics which we are doing over here. So first, number 1, slope intercept form, I wrote the equation. So point slope form. So as you can see, point slope form. So we are given with 2 things again. Again, I told you that 2 things are given. So x1, y1, a point, and slope. The slope is given and x1, y1 point is given. So this line will have an equation of y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. So this is the equation. So if someone say, for example, a simple question, the question is something like find the equation of a straight line passing through 4, 5 and making an angle of 45 degree with positive x-axis. That means this sum says that the line will be something like this, which is a 45 degree with positive x-axis, and it must pass through a point called 4, 5. Okay. So again you see over here we get 2 things. One is the point and another is the slope. So what will be the slope over here? Calculate it. So tan 45, which is 1. And you already have the point 4, 5. So put it in the equation. The equation will be, the equation of the straight line will be what? Y minus y1. This is y1, 5 equals to m, which is 1, x minus 4. So this is the equation. Okay, so if you transfer it to one side, so it will be x minus y, then plus 1 equals to 0. So this is about point slope form. So we move to the next form now. So number 3, we come to a different form which is called 2-point form. Okay, 2-point form of straight line. So as you can see, the name suggests only 2 points are given. So x1, y1 and x2, y2. So 2 points are given. Okay, so basically this 3 and 2 are the same kind of equation. So we write y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1, right? Look at it, y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. So here we don't have m, but we are given with two set of points through which we can calculate m. That means, look at this formula, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 we can put instead of m. So we can put y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So this is the value of actually of m. Okay, so basically these two forms are same and you are actually calculating out m and putting into it. So example question, maybe find the equation of a straight line passing through say 1, 3 and anything like say 3, 7. So you take this, you assign any one of these point as x1, y1, the other as x2, y2. Okay, so then the equation will be what? Y minus y1, that means y minus 3 equals to x minus x1. X minus x1 will be 1. Okay, so y2 minus y1 will be what? 7 minus 3 divided by 3 minus 1. So you simplify it. If you simplify it, you will get something like this. Maybe y minus 3 equals to, this is 4 by 2. So 2 into x minus 1, and you can further simplify it to get some equation, which is 2x minus y, then minus 3 minus 2, then plus 1 equals to 0. Okay. So this is all about the three forms. In the next part, we can see the other forms. So thank you for the day.